Hi. Okay, so good morning, everyone. So our topic of discussion is already on the chat box, which of course is how to set expectation and get result. You know, as individual or in our life and then in our profession in our workplace, we all know we all have our different expectation and how we can be able to achieve this result. So we need to have like a structured approach in terms of us achieving anything the required result that we want in our life. So for me, I believe it take time and then it take commitment, for you to be able to get the required result that you need in your life and then also in your workplace because you know, without us being committed to what we want to do in order to have what we want to do, then I don't think we'll be able to achieve some of this result. So I can start with as individual, for me, I believe if you want to have a required result in your workplace and in your life, I believe you need to understand your values and then you need to prioritize certain things in your life. The last time, I don't know, okay, the last time when I speak with Mola, I was very confused in terms of me, what I want to do. His response was very simple because like from afar, I was having the instinct that, oh, it must be that kind of powerful person, extraordinary. Then the word that he gave me is like, you know what, Noah? He said, my life, what like everything in my life. Okay, so it was something like everything is secondary. Say I know what I want, everything else is secondary. Yeah, that was his response to me. So you as an individual, you need to know what you want. Because if you know what you want, I believe everything will be secondary issue. Nothing will bug you. So you know what you want to do, and at the same time, you know how to achieve some of these things. So like he was like, okay, I know what I want. Everything else is secondary. I was expecting that, oh, you need to come up with a catalog of things that okay, I've done this, I've done, but he just said, okay, you know what? Everything you want, like, okay, you know what? Everything is okay. Everything in my life, he said, okay, everything else is secondary, something like that. So like I know what I want, everything is secondary. So you need to be like it means that as an individual, we need to reflect on ourselves or we need to understand our core values and then what we need to prioritize. We need to know or understand our priorities. So I believe we should be able to identify what matter most to us in any way, in any way so far, we need to understand what we as an individual, what we want in our life. Then also again, we need to reflect on our strength as an individual. We need to um reflect on our strength because like we need to know what our strength is and then also what our weakness is. So by so doing, we'll be able to do things. And then you will need to also again, you need to you need to assess like you are assessing your current situation. Because if you are not assessing your current situation, like for instance, if I want to do anything, like I'm working on stage one, I need to assess what are some of my weaknesses on stage one. Where are some of the areas that I need to improve? So that will enable me to set expectation and then for me to be able to get my required result. And also again, the other thing again is about us setting a clear goals. Most people when they say setting goals, it's just like they mean like a New Year resolution. Oh, I'm setting but I believe like each and every week that come by, you need to have something that you need to set up for yourself what you want to achieve within this week or within a day, even a day. Like if you like for instance, if you spend like 15 minutes a day trying to set up a week. Trust me, it saves a lot of time for you. So you need to set that's your goal. You need to understand or have a clear goals in your life because setting goal will enable you to know what you want to achieve again. So it's like you have an expected result of what you want to achieve. So you see, you need to And also, these goals should be what people say smart. You need to set specific goals. Your goals need to be clear. You need to clearly define your goals. Don't allow other people to define what your goals is. Just like my colleague will always say, Mariam, I always say, okay, you know what? Let people define what happiness is to them. Like, don't allow other people to define it for you. You need to know for yourself what happiness is to you. So if you don't know, trust me, nothing will happen. So you need to be specific, and then you need to set clearly defined goal, and you know what you want to achieve as an individual. Another thing again is you need to measurable. The goals that you are setting needs to be measurable. Ensure your goals have, like, let me say, you need to measure them in progress. You know, the progress in which you're achieving them. You need to measure your goals. Again, um which of course it's the achievable. Always set up your goals. Like, like, for instance, it's not possible for you to clear all your ACC exam in 6 months. So don't set that. No, that's not a rocket science, not a magic. So you need to set achievable goals, because you need to set realistic and attainable goals. Don't just set up things like, just because of, oh, this person is doing this, then I want to do this. No, that's not attainable, and they are not realistic. Setting like, oh, in 3 months time I'll be ACCA qualified, which of course you have not even started sitting any exam. It's not. So that's not attainable, and then it's not achievable. So no, it's not a rocket science. And then again, you need to say, they need to be relevant. Just like how I mentioned earlier on about your values. Like, when Mola told me that, you know what, Noah, uh when Molai told me that everything else is okay, you need to know what you want, everything else is secondary. So just like, align your goals with your core values. They need to align. Make an alignment of your goals. If you know that, let there be a value, you know your goals and your value need to be in place, or be in alignment, because that will enable you to know what are your objectives, and what also are your core. You're coming up with a vision within that. So again, let the T, which of course is for like the time bond. You need to be specific. You need to set deadline, and then if you set in deadline on your goals, then you'll be able to achieve them. And then also again, if you have set up all of these tasks, or let me say all of these goals, I believe as an individual, we need to be planning our life. We have the 5 P's, which of course is proper planning prevents poor performance. You can set all kind of goals in your life. If they, you can set all kind of mightier goals in your life, but if there is no planning, and then there is no preparation of these goals, then trust me, you'll not be able to achieve anything. And then in return, you'll be frustrated, and then you will not have the required result that you want. So the planning, like, you need to take action. The planning should be there. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Even though you might have set all kind of goals, or you have clearly define your vision, um, your priorities. Yeah, but if there is no planning there, if there is no action, you're not creating a plan for you to know what to do. You don't develop that kind of step-by-step process or way of you achieving these goals that you have set. Trust me, nothing will happen. And then also again, you need to invest time in terms of you planning something. You need to allocate your time, and then your money, also your skills is needed. Because if for instance, if you want to be a financial analyst, for example, okay, you know that you don't have the skill as of now. So you go and purchase the course. So your money, you have invested your money, or you allocate your resource to that. So in return, if you have set up yourself that, okay, in 3 months time, I'll become a financial analyst, or so I'll be doing something, then it means your skill is coming to place. So you need to set it up. And then if you know that you're unable to do certain things, go out there and then purchase this, like you're learning something new. So you see, and also again, it's about you setting an expectation with yourself and others. Just like we need to communicate regularly. Because if, for instance, you are given a task and then you are unable to do it, you can just pick up. So don't allow other people, like, oh, they have given you you have set up that expectation that, oh, you know what, okay, I gave Noah this task for him to do. Well, until now, he has not. Get back to the person. Say something like, oh, you know what, I was unable to do certain things. Then there comes the clarity. They might explain to you what you need to do, how you need to go about it. Yeah, that's how you'll be able to achieve some of your goals. Another thing again is about the execution and time management upon some of these tasks that we are doing. You know, this is something very, very important. And like, you as an individual, if we want to, we need something like we need to execute in some of the goals that we have set, and then the planning, we need to execute them under a time-bound phase. Like, execution should go with a time phase. Yeah, we know time management. So how can we be able to do that? We need to use tools like calendars. We need to plan our day, plan our time. We also need to block distraction, because working from home is it's not something that is easy, because that's where all the distraction come by. Maybe you're having you're having children, they will be disturbing you, or your colleagues. Like, maybe for some of us, we are very, very young. We have friends. We have more than 10 to 15 friends that are all want to come by. But you need to set the boundaries. Because what? Why are you setting this boundary? Because you want to achieve something. It's like a commitment. You have made a commitment to yourself that, you know what, I should be working for Moracle 8 hours a day. So let there be a boundaries. So because you want to execute something, so you need to for you to be for you to stay focused on your job. Because if you are having a distraction, trust me, you'll never be able to execute anything. And your expected result, the result that you set, you will never have it. So you see, you need to set boundaries. And also again, in terms of the consistency, like whenever maybe there are certain things, unforeseen situation will come up or will arise in our different tasks. Maybe you have set up your plan for yourself, like, you know what, maybe at 5 to 7 I'll be doing this. But we have unforeseen situations. We are in, maybe someone that is very close to you may get sick, ill, or whatever thing will come up. So, but I believe you need to be consistent in setting up some of these things and doing this work. Another thing again is about the continuous improvement, which of course is all about us learning. Anything so far that we know we don't have or we are missing, I believe everything is teachable. We'll be able to learn, then we're able to learn, and then be able to we'll be able to get the required result. Just like we need to reflect on our success and failure. And also, the learning phase is very, very important in whatever thing that we are doing. Continuous improvement, because if we don't learn, then we will not earn. So you see, so we need to learn. Anything so far that we are finding difficult, we need to ask more questions, and then at the same time, we learn it. So for me, this is my own take on this topic. Thank you. The floor is open. Anyone can please feel free and give their own opinion. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Hi Noah. Thank you.
Hi, Stephanie.
Yeah, hi. Thank you. Thank you for this topic and your presentation. That was actually great. For me, about setting expectation, I think it's the first thing that you have to do, setting your goals and expectations once you want to improve your career or your personal life, I think the first step is to set up your goals or your expectations, and then you should plan about how you want to achieve them. So I think the first step, and like a stepping stone for any success and for having any achievement, is that. And I think uh, you have to just uh, set something for yourself, and then try to um, come up with ideas or plans to how to do it, because I think that would be a more strategized way. And for me, I think your goals and your expectations has to be realistic. You have to understand your capability, your strengths, and your weaknesses, and then try to set realistic goals and expectations. And either it's something in your professional life, in your career, or something in your personal, for your personal improvement. You have to uh, have this self-awareness and understand yourself, so you can set realistic goals and expectations. I think first thing first thing for everyone is to have this self-awareness and understand themselves the best way. And then you need to consider your sources, your resources, sorry, your time, your skills, and anything that you have in your hands. So then you can set the expectations, and it will, I guess, I mean, I believe that that's the way you will it will lead you to success, you can say. And I think for everything, if you want to achieve anything, you have to set some deadlines. When you are setting your goals, when you're setting expectations, you have to have clear deadlines for yourself, because either way, um, you will be less motivated by the time. You think that you have the time, so you want to do much for a long time, and then it's too late for some things. So I think you have to have clear deadlines, and then plan anything you want to do based on that deadline. I think having a deadline for yourself is important, even for small tasks you are doing during a day. I think it's important to have a deadline, because for me, I can say that's the only way I will stay motivated, and I will stay focused, because I know that I want to achieve a certain thing in a certain time. So I will stay committed. So I think setting a deadline is good, and it's a good practice for your mind. And I think the other thing is maybe receiving feedbacks. I can put it that way, that you always seek for professional ideas, professional feedbacks. It can be your colleague, your leader, or I don't know, a mentor, or someone you believe in. You think that they are good at what they're doing. They know what they're saying. It can be even a therapist. So any feedback that can gives you an idea what you're doing, and you have to kind of evaluate yourself once in a while, and see that how much those expectations lead to a result, and how much you need more work. So either you yourself have to evaluate yourself, and I think it's important to have some uh, other people's feedback. And so the key to that is to um, seek feedbacks, be welcome to feedbacks. And um, as I was saying, I don't know if it's your colleague or your leader, or anyone who you think they're professional, and they can uh, mm, help you with whatever your goal is. I think it's good to have that. And I think the last thing that I do for yourself, I like to celebrate even small results, even small successes, because you know you will it's kind of a motivation. You can give yourself a little present. You can, I don't know, you can just be just think for a moment about the things that you achieved up to now, the results that you gave, you received, the achievements and success that you have, and just celebrate for yourself and give yourself a little present. I think that's a motivation, because if you just moving and working, and even when you achieve a goal or achieve something, you don't recognize it when the time goes and you don't celebrate anything. So I think it's important to care for yourself and celebrate. I don't know, just recognize yourself for a moment, your success, your achievements, your goals. I think that's a great motivation. It's good to see other people recognize you and and give you credit, but it's important that you yourself pay attention to yourself and recognize and notice your achievements. So yes, I think that's what I wanted to add to this topic, and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Epine. The floor is still open.
Yeah, thanks, Noah, and thanks everybody who's already contributed. It's a wonderful topic. Set expectations to get results. So I'll start with, say, defining or trying to understand what does that mean, the expectations. So you've got to define the expectations you want to get results for, and what sort of results you want to get. So in a sense, no, I think mentioned being specific. So you should it shouldn't be just a cloud, but you should have some realistic or real expectations or real programs. Say for us here in Moracle, we expected to do certain work. So what result do you expect to get, and how quickly, or what's the time frame? So the definition there has to be concrete. So that means you have to have a proper plan. Again, Noah mentioned this. It's important to take some time and think and plan, have some quiet time to organize yourself. Otherwise, you are going to have so many things which you want to achieve, which you want to do, and you are likely to end up doing none or finishing none or not doing them properly. So the planning of the expectations or the planning of the result you are expected to produce should be specific, should be concrete. And what brings that, I think, is your attitude towards what you want to do or what you are expected to do. You must have that commitment within you, or the maturity and focus. Because if I normally tell this story, when I was in primary school, I didn't understand what was going on when I was in primary school. But I used to study and pass and just go to the next class, just go to the next class. But I never really thought about it. I would just go there, we play, they teach us, we do the tests, and I pass, and I just move on. But that was then. But when you grow up, or when you get into a setting like a professional setting, that maturity, that thinking, that attitude, that commitment has to be very come to the fore. Otherwise, whatever we do is not going to be to the required quality or to the required standard. So here again, communication is very important of what you are doing with your stakeholders, with you. Well, everybody is a stakeholder in that sense. But if you maybe keep it to yourself, or if you don't produce proper communication channels, again, the expectation or the result is not going to be to the standard. even when we're doing really well, but if other people don't know in a team what is going on, because your output is somebody else's input, that sort of thing, again, it's something which I think is really, really key. Then you must have the resources. You must see that you do have enough resources to perform whatever you are doing. Say here, if you need help and you are stuck on something, on some tax issue, we have a tax consultant who you can consult instead of you taking so much time, trying to figure it out when there is help somewhere. So the support issue is another important one. Then you need to define the success. You need to define what you are going to get, what you will get, the quality or the either qualitative or quantitative. So we need to think about these things really, really seriously. Then you've got also to be open-minded for a review in case whatever you're producing is not to the level. I mean, it's okay. At least you've tried, but seek that guidance, seek that opinion from somebody else. That way you are monitoring your progress, and then you are getting the reviews, and you are getting the feedback. And if it's not working out, again, your result is not coming to the fore. So it needs to be reviewed. We need to think about such things. And if it doesn't work, draw a new plan. Go back to the drawing board or consult somebody. Don't get stuck into something which is not working forever. And you spend a day, 2 days, 3 days. When your manager asks for the result of whatever is expected, so you say, I've been trying, I did this, I rang somebody, I mean, you need to move on. You need to feel that you're not progressing and do a new plan. That's my take on this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Robert. You made some wonderful points. Thank you very much. It's already 8:30. I don't know, we can just get contribution from one person. Is there anyone that want to contribute, please? Okay, I think we're going to end our session here. So thank you very much, Epide.
Thank you, Noah. Thank you.